This is the match you've all been waiting for. 9 rounds and 27 games later, it all comes down to this. Triad. On our left, we have RandomJoe with decks hailing from the faraway land of Italy, containing the apocalyptic power of the Four Horsemen. Versus someone who never leaves home without at least 3 hunting witches. The one, the only Canadian Grand Champion, Kirk CatTribal. Once again, Mick and I were joined by our special guest commentator, Jean-Claude, to help us capture all of the exciting action. Without further ado, let's forge some keys!
At 4 hunting witches?
4 hunting witches.
That's a lot of witches. I mean, I'd be very scared of that forest.
Yeah. I saw, so a couple days ago, maybe last week, someone was talking about in the Sanctimonious Discord, a deck archetype called Witch.
Witch.
And basically the idea is you have a bunch of witches and you just ask your opponent, which witch would you like to kill? Because you can't kill them all.
That's a good archetype. That's kind of... I have a deck with 3 Witch of the Eyes and a hunting witch. And, that works pretty well.
I like making my opponent ask my opponent that question.
Yeah. You've got a handful of 3 power guys. Who are you going to murder?
All right, so the ban deck for Kirk this time was the quadruple hunting witch deck that he played the first round. All right, sorry, John just joined us back in the booth.
I'm distracting. Yeah. I have a little bit of time. They started right away, so this is perfect for me. I might be able to catch all of it if they just do 2 games before I got to hit the flight out of here back to St. Louis.
So it looks like Joe is using the Yakstreet Countess Stokepit.
Oh, yeah?
Yakstreet.
Well, that's not what I want. Yeah, let's get this right.
In there eventually, I suppose.
There we go.
And what?
That is Dis Untamed Shadows for Joe, and Logos Sanctum Shadows for Kirk. We will figure this out. But Joe's got a big hand of Dis, it looks like. I see at least a Pit Demon, and they're all kind of purpley to me, so that's why I'm guessing Dis. But there's a Carlo Phantom. Oh, Master Plan. Oh, I'm totally mistaken.
Oh, he's playing the
pretty
Tahl
looking
of
split.
Easterhaven.
Oh, the one that got banned last time.
Last time. He's starting. Kirk is starting with that one.
Sounds good. Get that win in.
Okay,
Get 2 chances with your second deck, maybe.
Yeah.
Master Plan was actually one of the most successful cards at Collinsville. There was like 4 copies got brought to day 1, and 2 of them made it to the finals, or to day 2.
Very interesting. It's obviously a very powerful card.
Yeah.
It's cheating a card into a different house on a different turn. It's like a phase shift for a future turn.
It's like
you get an amber.
Unless somebody poltergeist it.
Yeah.
In which case your key hammer is conveniently waiting.
Right.
It's always a key hammer underneath when you try and use theirs. Even if they don't have disc. That's just a key hammer.
I've actually had a deck in the past where I would purposely put Chota Hazard under my Master Plan. So sometimes they would think they're doing something great and they would just lose an amber. And other times I was always just ready to...
Chota. Yeah.
Bam.
I mean, it's a good... that's a good spot. I would put Chota under a Master Plan. Chota or Key Charge. You always need a key cheat on command.
Whatever. That's good. Yeah, I guess that's pretty cool. You always have the option to key cheat yourself when you need it, and if your opponent just plays into it. Oh, thank you for the host, Vault Boy. I appreciate that. I thank you for everyone who's been following. I just have alerts turned off because I just want to keep the stream mostly focused on the game. But
so Novu Archaeologist, it was a Titan Mechanic, and the top one I can't see.
This is Archivist.
Archivist, okay.
Yeah.
He's leaving the Witch of the Eye. Well, there's nothing in the graveyard, so Witch of the Eye is...
Not quite scary yet, but depends if he has any actions in his hand.
Right.
I didn't see the deck list, but yeah, could you imagine Nature's Call there?
Yeah.
Right. There you go.
All right.
Did we see what he put under the Master Plan?
No, I was too busy fantasizing about Nature's Call.
I did get a little hot myself.
Right.
All right, Carlo Phantom. So, yeah. Sorry, I was thinking he could have stolen one with Carlo Phantom, but Kirk doesn't have anything to steal yet.
That's true.
What else we got? I think that's a Dusk Runner on Joe's side. And
is that the top card is a Hand of Dis? No, Anomaly Exploiter. Okay. So he might want to go Logos again.
Neurosiphon. Unfortunately, that's not going to trigger here, but You can get it back with the
You
archaeologist.
can archive it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And yep,
There it is.
anomaly
So
exploiter.
it'd be nice ending this turn with 2 cards in your archive, or just maybe getting the 3 amber.
Yeah.
You know your opponent just played shadows, so maybe they're not going for the reap. But okay, well, of course, get the witch off
Yeah.
the board.
Use your big
That
6-power
seems
creature
like
to
a
kill a
reasonable
witch.
thing to do.
You can kill a second witch later.
There you go.
Trying to figure out what to archive. It's got a bait and switch, was always a nice target to have. A little bit better in the past, but still good now. Sigil of Brotherhood, not a good archive target. I can't quite make out the other ones, unfortunately. Let's see. What's he going for?
Just reap for the ember. Then
Yep.
oh, then
Gets to
archive.
choose to archive a card. Yep. All right. Archives bait and switch. Sounds good to me. Trying to stick it under there. And then just reaps for 1.
Reaps instead of the action. Okay.
That's fair. Try and just keep your archives clean, say 1 house, probably. Do you find yourself how often do you find yourself changing houses in your archive when you have the choice?
Whenever I don't have a choice with like Hexpion.
Yes, that's it. Okay.
Right, exactly.
Very rare will I do something different, and sometimes it might be because they're the same style card, and I just need to hold them on the side. So an example of that would be something like Evanescent Principle.
Oh,
if I
okay.
then later on have a Shatterstorm, there will be times where I'll consider putting both in there just so I'm not chaining myself as I wait for the right opportunity to play those.
Gotcha. Big disboard came down.
There's Joe's deck.
This is Joe's deck. No promises I'm getting it spelled right, but I'll do my best. Cool, that one worked. That's actually, well,
Okay, and while we were doing all that, we had a big disc turn. We were checking it. So Ember Imp, Dust Imp, and Pit Demon all hit the board. And now we're back over here. It's Logos.
again, gotta get rid of that Ember Imp.
Ember Imp is off the table, leaving Titan Mechanic with 1 health.
And then Kirk is on. Sorry. There we go. Cool.
Is he? Is the reason he's thinking? Is he considering running maybe Ganymede into a Pit Demon and then exploiting? We're not sure what he's thinking about right now. Okay, Reap.
Yeah.
That's the preferred move.
I like card draw way too much, but I'm glad someone else does.
I just didn't know because he was really thinking about it. So I guess he was just trying to decide which card he really wanted to archive.
Right. He's got the space shift now. Maybe he could have put the gatekeeper underneath there. That's just another alternate.
Once again, yeah, it's just
Or
I
just
like
get it out of
having
his
the
hand
different
now.
options.
I guess he decides to play it now. He doesn't think he's going to need it anytime soon. Get out of his way to build up a better Sanctum board later.
It also gives us more options. If Joe's deck has a lot of problem creatures, having options in every house to try and take out a creature so you're not restricted to just certain houses, just what you have on board, is a powerful tool in the game of Keyforge.
I remember Kirk's deck now. Oh, wait, no. I'm thinking of a different deck. Never mind. Ignore me.
So I was looking away. I was listening to you. What did he archive with the Novu?
With a Novu Archaeologist? Oh, I was looking.
Don't know.
Mystery.
Something good, I'm sure.
I'm sure someone in the chat definitely saw that card. And I want to hear what it is. I'm waiting in anticipation.
So he wants it to be a Shadows card. He didn't have any Shadows actions. So he's only played Logos. Oh, it must be the Phase Shift.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Full Moon comes out for Random Joe. With a Dust Pixie on the way. Bear.
I like bears.
Here comes 3 more amber.
There you go.
Oh boy.
Dust Pixie is just so good.
Yep.
And Judge is like, no.
Oh, not quite enough to get to 6 though.
Okay, we're passing it back to Kirk.
Okay. Kirk is... This is like the first time Kirk doesn't have like a creature I must kill. So he's not stuck in Logos like he has been the last couple turns.
It'd be interesting to see if he tries to go wide or if he's going to continue to try and control the board. Obviously, he should have a decent-sized Sanctum hand. So being able to, if he wanted to kill something, he still has it. He could probably take out that Pit Demon with his Vault Keeper. Vault Keeper would still be alive thanks to its armor.
Oh, it's a Vault Keeper, not a Gatekeeper.
Oh.
I think you're right.
Wait, is it the 5/1 or is it the 4/1? This is the one problem with the glare. So maybe what I'm saying is completely untrue. It's hard to see now. But...
Actually, no, I'm not familiar with both arts enough to tell the difference.
But either way, I think he needs to try and go wide. I think that's the right move. So whatever gets him to go wide right now is probably the correct play.
Sounds good to me. Back into Logos? Okay. He's just drawing Logos cards all day, I guess. I mean, if you're archiving an extra card every turn. Oh. Right. Should have paid more attention to that. That's a mean looking archives for a Coda deck.
Yeah, we're used to seeing archives that big in AOA because there's just a bunch of random stuff going in there. You know, things like Eureka, Hex Beyond, just putting a bunch of you don't even know if it's going to be a big turn that comes up. It's just they're going to have a big hand. In Coda, you're having very specific cards going in there that you're choosing. There's less randomness about it, unless you have, random access archives. Sure.
All right. Here we go. Another archived card. Nice discarded card out the Sloppy Lab work. He discards the Spirit's Way. Interesting. I guess.
Well, no sense putting yourself down to 0 creatures.
Yeah, that's
and leaving your opponent with, 3. One of each house.
Yeah. So, Reap here? Or trade with the Pit Demon?
Both are great options. Okay.
Trade with Pit Demon.
So, does that make that more or less? I guess, okay. So that was a Gatekeeper up there. But it makes more sense to phase shift out the Vault Keeper, the one that prevents stealing, than to phase shift out the Gatekeeper.
Right, okay. Yeah,
I'm going to
for
lean
sure.
on Vault Keeper right now.
Yeah, it probably is.
Mm-hmm. All right, so it's back to Joe. Random Joe. Not sure which one he prefers to call himself by.
I've spoken to him many times. I've never once called him random.
Okay.
So, I don't know. Crazy thing about nicknames.
True enough.
You don't necessarily create them.
Gotcha. So, all right, fights into the... Yeah, that must be a Vault Keeper. There's no reason to fight into it. Poltergeist.
You fight for the amber for sure.
I guess so, yeah. Poltergeist the Anomaly Explorer to kill it. Okay, that's cool. It works for me. Thank you very much for the confirmation that it's a Vault Keeper, or was a Vault Keeper.
All right, so a Tentacus and an Ember Imp comes down. Ember Imp, one of the most oppressive cards in Keyforge.
Ooh, Shadow Self just drawn it. So if that Ember Imp survives this turn, it's going to have a nice little bodyguard.
I'm going to hope it doesn't, just so we see a better game of Keyforge.
He must be out of Logos cards by now, right? He can't just call Logos again.
Unless he's been archived.
Let's pick it up.
What was the archives?
Let's
Ready
do
for the
this.
quadruple Hunting Witch? I don't know if that's the stack, but
No, this one does not have
to be
Untamed
crazy.
in it.
Right.
Okay.
But it looks
Cleansing
like
Wave?
it looks like he's been
Kirk
setting up
to roll a
Sanctum.
Huge Sanctum turn. Sanctum is scary when it gets big.
Yeah. That Cleansing Wave is a little unfortunate.
Yeah,
but-
now you'd be like, well, Cleansing Wave still doesn't hit Ember Imp though.
Oh, he still can only play 2 cards. So
Right.
what's he looking for?
Even with his big fat
Sergeant
hand.
Ezekiel? I'm not sure if that's in his deck, but in terms of Sanctum cards that could
Yeah,
deal
play,
damage
do
out of
something,
hand.
Yeah, it'd really be a shame if he is forced to go into Logos again just to get an Ember Imp off the board.
Right.
But I don't see myself picking up my archives
Unless he has like one.
Well, he seems to still be
Logos
looking
card?
at him. He hasn't quite committed.
Oh,
okay.
okay. No. All right. Yeah, you're right. Just put him back.
Nope.
I was gonna say maybe he has, accidentally put one Logos card in there, and was like, well, I'm gonna call Sanctum next turn, so might as well pull it.
Somebody said that the keys are off screen for Joe,
They are indeed off screen. They're probably on there.
but you don't want to fix it or anything.
That'd be nice if you could fix it.
Be perfect.
Thank you. All right, we're getting an update on Joe's key position so they can be a little bit more visible to us. He actually did this the first game too. We didn't.
We just counted.
Yeah, we just tried to keep track mentally, as we see how well that goes for us when we keep track of things
I was gonna
mentally.
say, I think Joe's at 8 amber right now, so he might be trying to think. There you go.
Great, thank you so much, judges, and everyone who talked to them about that.
All the people that can't hear us right now.
Yeah. All right.
These are some of the biggest turns in Keyforge, and this is where sometimes you really have to put in the thought. If he doesn't have a way in his hand to take out that Ember Imp, it's do you somehow let your opponent have it for one turn and then try to deal with it?
He's going for it. Picking
Okay,
up his archives.
the question
He's got
is-
something. Bait and switch.
Okay, he was also worried, I guess,
it's
about the key, but...
Whispers or nerve. Oh, Silvertooth is gonna do the trick.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh,
the
that's-
answer.
Right.
Andrew's heart, I don't know if he was going to be able to take it if that Ember Imp stayed on the table.
Can't. Well, I almost brought a double Ember Imp Shadow Self deck. I decided against it. Just couldn't be that mean to everybody.
It's true. I mean, I got locked out.
Alright.
Plays the ghostly hand,
One of
gets
my
2
games.
Amber.
All right, yeah. Here's your Million Shadows cards. What do you got for us? Second. I thought I saw a second Silvertooth. I could be wrong.
I think
I'm
what's
definitely
interesting is he wasn't able to take Joe off a key after all that, but he just needed to be able to get some more Amber, put some pressure back on Joe, use the Silvertooth to get that Ember Imp off the table, which we know from our point of view was extremely crucial,
Right.
more so because a Shadow Self would have changed the outcome of this entire game.
Yeah, he would have had to spend a bunch of turns now getting to a Shadow Self to get to the Ember Imp.
Yeah. With the loss of his Titan Mechanic. Not Titan Mechanic. Yeah, Titan Mechanic, though. Like, that's probably the biggest creature he has. Or I guess he's got Sanctum. That could have done good work fighting through the Shadow Self. But he's got to draw into it. This Staunch Knight there is going to do that work. Could have done that work. Anyways, maybe I shouldn't talk so much about could-haves. We're here. Talk about this game. Here we go. Oh, Overlord Grecking for Joe. That's going to be fun.
What? No.
He has it in his
Oh,
hand.
in his
sorry.
hand, okay. I thought you were trying to read the card way up there,
That's
the Shadow
that's
Self,
the
yeah.
Shadow Self way up there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we're going to start the archive process all over again.
Yeah, that Archivist has lived a really long time. Like, they live one turn, maybe, most of the time.
I'm kind of back and forth.
On how
I don't prioritize getting an Archivist necessarily off the board.
Right.
And the only reason I think is because a lot of people's Logos houses aren't necessarily the main house, it's a supporting house.
Right, that's...
So they don't quite call that house as often as they would their other 2 houses.
Yeah, use the Archaeologist to archive the Vault Keeper again. So it's setting up for that fatty Sanctum turn. Mechanic comes back out. Phase Shift Staunch Knight.
Oh, because he's got 2 sigils? Or not
Yeah.
sigils.
But-
Are those sigils?
Those
It
are
looks like
sigils.
Sigils of
Yeah.
Brotherhood.
Yeah. They're all the hands together.
Alright, keys
right?
cost
So,
5. That puts... Oh, okay. Joe's only at 4.
It's that Shadows
But-
symbol.
Yeah, it really kind of lines up with what the Amber tokens he's using are.
Yep, but Kirk is up at 5, so he's technically in check. Joe can always go into Shadows and steal again off of the Dusk Runner.
Is that a regrowth in his hand?
That is indeed a regrowth.
What is he regrowth in?
I don't know. Does
Doesn't
he
have
does he
one.
just let him have the key here? It would be his second key.
Yeah, key 2 for Kirk.
Key 2 really adds a lot of pressure.
Yeah. But it looks like he's out of Shadows cards. So unless there's something good underneath Master Plan, I don't even know if there is anything there.
There is.
Yeah, there is.
It kind of blends in with this playmat.
Right, there it is. I saw it spinning on the playmat. I thought it was just like loose. But yeah. Oh, Untamed comes down. Looks like he's going to play an Append Seed. Yep.
Steals
oh, there you
one.
go. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Cool. Kirk is no longer on check. Oh, he's trying to pick out his Nocturnal Maneuvers targets. So,
Pretty sure he's gonna probably do a split mix between them.
The
You
hell?
know, 2 logos, 1 shadows.
yeah.
Actually, I
Is there
forgot there's a
Scout in
Sanctum
there?
up top,
Oh, yeah,
so
the Staunch
there's a
Knight.
He's
good
got
chance we.
Scout in hand too.
Yeah,
Or maybe
no, that's,
maybe that's just regrowth.
oh yeah, Regrowth, Nocturnal Maneuvers, I think is the other 2 cards.
Yeah.
Bear can fight. Does he want to fight? I could just reappear and live off Nocturnal Maneuvers. Let you buy the time that you buy with that.
You know, there's something to be said about buying time, but you also still want to get things off the board.
Right.
The Nocturnal Maneuver is going to do enough to prevent him from being able to reap next turn or kill if he is worried about losing something on his board. So I think fighting with the Ancient Bear is a good move.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much all it's good. That's what it's mostly good for.
Regrowth for his witch. Yeah. I
And
assume
it's-
it's the witch.
Yeah, it's off the board
Yeah,
for
way
us,
off the
but
board.
yeah. We're going to assume a Witch protected by Shadow Self.
That sounds pretty gross.
With a
And then-
nocturnal maneuver in the graveyard? Yeah, it does.
Just got his Amber for Nocturnal Maneuver, it looked like.
Oh, interesting.
I'll pop-
I mean, I think it's interesting that
that's-
the 6-power Titan mechanic will help him punch through the Shadow Self if he wants to go back into logos.
Sure, but if he does, there's no other Logos damage he has on the board,
Right.
and I don't know if he has in his deck. I kind of doubt it.
Yeah,
So it's not going to actually help.
that's
Leaving the big creature there is almost like Joe saying, "Hey, go ahead and fight. Don't get any Amber."
that's fair.
Right? You know, I'm just going to take these other guys. And honestly, the other targets are better set because you have different houses, and
Right.
the Ganymede Archivist, you
Oh,
don't want
yes,
to archive
He
anymore.
does hit all 3 houses.
Right. And as I said, you don't want to promote him to reap. You want him to think about fighting if he's going to go Logos.
Cleansing Wave comes down for 0, or the bear has damage on it.
Yeah. So he's getting 1.
Right.
And then Sanctum.
Yeah. Vault Keeper, stop stealing. It's a little late, but
Let's
Sigil.
see. Both
Yeah,
sigils
2
coming
sigil,
down.
Yeah.
Man, you could use your creatures twice.
Twice.
ooh, Oath of Poverty.
Oh, okay. There we go. That's a big burst.
That's
Get rid of
7
the
extra Amber.
Tunneler.
Ooh, alright.
Love the big burst. Oath of Poverty is such a fun card.
Gee, oh,
I can't remember. It was some crazy. I think he had 7 artifacts with an Oath of Poverty deck.
I know Devin has
Gross.
a pretty cool Oath of Poverty deck with Heart of the Forest.
Oh,
I might
wow.
have talked to you about that one. If
Oh,
not,
yeah.
you should hear his explanation how that works.
I was gonna say, God's draw, he can win in like 1 turn, I think.
Yeah.
Or 3 keys from hand in 1 turn.
All right, forges the key for 6.
That's
on key 2.
Joe's second key.
That's fine. Whatever, we're all here. Redundancy is very important in card games, right?
For those of you that didn't hear Andrew say it, here came Jean-Claude to really reiterate it, make sure you guys drive it home.
All right, so he's got
Trying
his
to tell me Joe
protected
forged a 2nd key.
Thank you. Now we have a third.
Just in case.
confirmation, right?
I mean, Kirk was still drawing. I didn't know if his turn ended yet, but it does look like Joe has forged his 2nd key.
Yeah.
Confirmation.
For
Do you
those,
want
for
to
those,
go out there and check?
for
just in
those of
case?
you that have just shown up to the stream, Joe has forged his 2nd key, and we are at the start of his turn.
So yeah, he's got the
But
Witch
he
of the
said-
Eye that's protected.
Giant pile of crap on
And-
Kirk's, just all that amber. Bruh.
It seems like a lot of Kirk's decks just cover his Archon with Amber. That's his strategy today, and it seems to be working.
I love it.
It seems to be a pretty good
That's
trade.
one of my favorite things to do. Be like, I just like saying check with a bunch.
Yeah, check with, you do the math. I assure you it's
Math
check.
is for people who play shadows. So, protected Witch of the Eye with an Append Seed out. Pretty cool. I don't see too much useful stuff. Full Moon doesn't. Can he race here? So Joe needs to gain at least 4, right? There's no more.
4 to put him on check.
Go to check.
And he can't steal any.
He
so
could.
That's not an avenue for getting Amber.
Right. Definitely don't want to expose the Titan mechanic to basically make Kirk's pile of amber more efficient. You're... Cool. Here we go. Cracking. He's looking at this. He's got too many disc creatures. Too many disc cards in his hand.
Yeah, so he hasn't really been playing disc for a long time, so it's just stockpiled in his hand.
Right. All right. Yeah. Maybe Star Alliance is also good for math. All right. Fight Tendicus into Vault Keeper.
Exposing that beautiful Titan mechanic.
Yeah. Unfortunately. I mean, kind of unfortunately. It'll help Joe get to check.
I say
but
it's gonna help him try and get there.
Sure.
help him get there, but it means Joe's next key is forged for 5.
You know, here's the thing.
Do you care?
Yeah, Kirk's next.
Yeah,
Or, sorry,
Kirk
Kirk's
has so much amber.
Yeah, he doesn't care what
It's irrelevant how much his keys cost at this point. I mean, unless you're going to somehow take him up to 9, which isn't going to happen.
Right.
You know,
Is Joe gonna do something with that huge battle line? Has he got something that I don't know? Purge his battle line, get an amber for each one.
You just think in Soul Snatcher terms all the
Soul
time.
Snatcher right now.
Well, I think we know what your favorite card is. Is it Soul Snatcher?
I mean, my Soul Snatcher deck does have a 100% win rate at this Vault Tour.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
You played how many?
Once.
Very good. Yeah. that's fantastic. I do not want to ever have to face you.
Right? I mean, it did get banned in every other match I was in, but the one time they didn't ban it, I showed them why they should.
Right. Well, All for One Gaming does agree with you. Soul Snatcher's OP, and
Right.
I think All for One Gaming also would have banned your Soul Snatcher deck.
Makes sense.
Probably.
All right.
Apparently that was the
So-
comment.
Routine Job comes out. Does he have a second one?
In
Don't
his
you have
hand?
to have at
Well,
least
you
two?
have to have 2.
Yeah.
but
Sorry, I meant the second. Has he already played one?
I believe not.
Joe looks upset, just a little upset.
All right. Silvertooth into something on the flank, or Shadow Self. Okay.
Sounds like pretty good Soul Snatcher decks. I'm pretty jealous. Pretty jealous.
Brilliant Whispers trying to find a target.
So looks like
Ooh,
Kirk
you're
made
right.
a mistake.
He does have a master plan. He could have something clever.
I think Kirk made a mistake here.
Well,
Oh.
because I don't think he lost his silver tooth,
Yeah.
but the damage went to Shadow's Elf.
Right. Oh.
So that means
is a
he
mistake.
attacked into maybe the Witch of the Eye and was hoping to Relentless Whispers it, not realizing he was next to a Shadow's Elf.
We are deputized judges. You want to go ask the judge what happened with that?
It's probably okay. I mean,
All right.
we're getting close to the...
Close to the end.
Yeah, it's not too big of a deal.
Oh yeah.
But
He just drew a key charge.
It played out right. Kirk, just like you say, may have made a mistake.
Right.
Like, picked
But
the wrong target.
the thing is,
Oh yeah. I
the
guess,
mistake
yeah, if he
won't
does-
make a difference
Sorry,
Joe,
than what we see.
Joe's got key charge in hand?
No.
That's what Crazy Cuban said.
Oh my.
Oh.
I didn't see it, but I wasn't paying attention.
Do fairy, and he can get.
Yeah,
If
Witch
that's
of the
true-
Eye, you can Witch of the Eye something
Oh, he can
back?
Nepenthe back the full moon, then Witch of the Eye back the full moon, and then play a creature or two.
Or
I guess
sack
the
his
Dust Pixie is probably a little
Pixie
stronger
into
for that.
something, and then he also has a regrowth in the graveyard.
Oh yeah, he's got. A
Okay,
lot.
so here we go. We're going to see it.
He
Witch,
reached
for
with
one?
his Witch to pull back the full moon.
Okay,
Check.
play Full Moon.
sounds good.
Nepenthe.
Seed the full moon. The full moon. Play the full moon.
All right,
So he's got
Okay, so
two.
2 amber every time he plays an untamed creature here.
Sacks that. Does he have
Okay.
regrowth
Oh.
in hand?
Yeah, he must have it. Is
Oh,
it
under-
underneath?
Oh, a rise.
rise for untamed.
Oh, wow. How many
Wow.
untamed creatures are there?
This is going to be it, folks.
Doesn't matter. He just wants the
Oh,
Dust
okay.
Pixie.
Yep.
Just wanted to see the
Dang,
key charge. All
Joe.
right, that was a good
Woo.
game.
That was
Joe
close.
for the win.
I thought this was Kirk's game.
You're
Basically.
right. I was like, Kirk's got this. He's look at that amber. Look at all that amber. But no, Joe came back with the win. You gotta watch out for those key cheats. Yeah, good call, Duckman. I didn't see the key charge either. I totally forgot about it.
It also explains why we saw Kirk try to attack the Witch of the Eye. He knew that the key charge was in Random Joe's deck,
Right.
and unfortunately, he made the mistake. didn't realize there's a shadow self next to it. I think we've all been there. I personally have not, but I'm going to guess some of you have.
That's why. Yeah, that's why.
No, I'm the one who put it there.
That's why that's why
I
the
know
silver shoot deck
what
is
my
attack the
shadow
witch of the
self
eye,
is.
which
Yep.
deals damage.
Yep, so that's why,
Oh, that's tough.
That's a shame, and he had to realize Whispers for it, but he couldn't prevent it from happening.
So
All right.
Joe's next deck, if we want to jump on it, is Ricardo. Is the Ricardo deck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he put his phone down there, because the Ricardo deck is, I believe, Italian.
The Italians.
The Italian deck. Which is funny, because they made a big announcement. They, first thing they did was make a big announcement. You can't use phones when judging people's Archon lists, unless it's in a foreign language. And me being my snarky self was like, that's stupid. Who brings foreign language decks? First match against an Italian deck called Santa. And I was like, oh, well, thank God I can use my phone.
All right. You know, I could have been doing this the whole time, but here we go. Boom. Oh, it's hidden right now. I think
So that's...
that would be. Boom. There we go. That's gonna be Joe's deck.
That's Joe's decks. I should be able to figure out what Kirk's is.
With the one you just played.
Oh, yeah, it's the one you just played, which was the
Something we wrote up here.
Tahl of
Easterhaven.
Easterhaven.
One day I'll have a mouse that functions, and it'll be great. You know what? I can read. Anyways,
So I wonder why the players
Left.
walked away from the match.
Bathroom break. Water break.
No. It needs to be something more creative. You can't just say, "Oh yeah, they had to
death
use the
match
potty."
in the parking lot. They're like, look, you
Death
beat this. You beat me in this round.
How
but,
demented and sick are you?
Hey man, it's Keyforge.
I'm lucky to be alive living with him.
I mean, why would you say death match? There's literally a
That's
balcony right outside of here that you could throw the person off of.
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit more humane.
I mean, I'm not saying
We're on the
death
12th
by
floor,
fall is not a totally illegal move.
I mean, think about that rush that individual gets that you just threw off. You give them the thrill of their life.
Exactly.
You know, you provided them that.
That's a very valuable service.
Yeah. And that's how. Oh, no, okay. So that did not happen. Sorry.
Oh no,
They thought about it. They went out there like, do you want to just duke this out instead?
Yeah.
I've been training. You see my sweet jersey? All right. Gotta read the Italian deck list. Anyways,
Could we bring that up for us so we kind of have a little idea of maybe what Joe's game plan is?
no, absolutely not.
We cannot do that.
They're technically illiterate, apparently. All right.
Just your mouses.
Oh wow, what's that? The hell?
What did you do?
Sorry, I saw something.
I did too. It's automatically, that's weird.
Inferno.
Okay.
There it goes. All right, we got Joe's deck list now.
All right, let's kind of take a glance at this. So you got the bait and switch, pretty standard in Coda. Shadows, Ghostly Hand for some Amber. Imperial Trader is actually going to be a big card in this matchup.
Oh yeah, it did good work last time I saw him play it.
Yeah. Sanctum and being able to take out any type of Sanctum card is huge. You got Nerve Blast for stealing. You got 2 Relentless Whispers, Skeleton Key to help take them off. Their keys, Carlo Phantom. Once again, he loves Carlo Phantom decks, it seems.
He's doing good work for him. It was just enough that one time to get him from let him play Untamed, play in the Penseed, steal 1.
Mac the Knife. So looking over at the disc, you got 2 the Terror. So for some reason you're going second, and your opponent did not gain any Amber. That could be a nice little burst.
Huge, yeah.
Control the weeks with 5 creatures is pretty good. So you can try and essentially time walk them, make it where they don't do anything on their turn. You can still reap or control the board. Life Ward plus Gateway to Disc. Wow.
Yeah.
Poltergeist is a nice industry standard. You want that in most of your decks. Wild Wormholes inside of Logos. Twin Bolt Emission.
The worst. So the Wild Wormholes, how many times do you play them? I mean, the worst case scenario is you hit the gateway when you don't need it. Or
And get some unnecessary chains. That'd be a shame. This is a spicy card.
Yeah.
I love. So inside Logos, I see Strange Gizmo.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That made some tough
Did you
turns
play
last time we
this?
saw it.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, was that the same deck?
this is
Yeah, that was like the perfect.
Strange
shot
Gizmo
with
creates just such an odd situation for your opponents.
Mm-hmm.
And I will just give you my secret for playing against Strange Gizmo.
What's your secret?
I thought I would never tell a soul this.
Oh.
But
telling
this
the
is
world.
exactly how you play against Strange Gizmo. For those of you out there like, oh, this card. Act like it's not on the board.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there's too many times where you have too many mental games with yourself, and you say, I don't want to commit too much, I want to keep this, and then you maybe don't gain enough amber because of it,
Gotcha.
and then suddenly your opponent you play into their game plan, which is kind of what would happen here with the Shadows. You don't want to only get up to like maybe 6 or 7 on a particular turn, because he's just going to either bait and switch, or he's going to Relance Whispers you, once again, the skeleton key. So it's actually right to act like it is not on the board.
Right.
And then just accept the consequences.
And you
when
just
he is
accept that
forged.
it's like starting all over again, except
Yeah.
with hands you've kind of essentially crafted because, you've been calling out houses. And
Right.
so, yeah, I see a lot of people, they see Strange Gizmo, so I thought maybe I'd give you guys a little bit of my opinion on this.
Right, you're right. A lot of people play around Strange Gizmo.
They do. They're like, hey, I don't want to lose this, whatever it might be,
Imagine
Naughty
don't
the
wanna lose my
Thief or
board,
something.
yeah.
I imagine
Yeah.
that's about the same for seeing a key to dis.
Yeah. Key to
true.
Dis, I typically will play into it. I think it's a hair different than Strange Gizmo.
Right.
That might sound weird. Why do I go all out against one, whereas I don't with the other? The reason being is the Key to Dis,
Yeah.
you're not doing it for amber reasons.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
You're doing it for other reasons. Whereas the Strange Gizmo, you're worried about losing something
Gotcha.
based upon amber. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes enough sense.
All right, so first turn
It's a
is
bullet eye.
Wow, that is a solid first turn.
Yeah, only one creature comes out, so but Joe doesn't have any Shadows cards to really back that up. Or a
Pile
big
of dis though.
terror.
Hey,
Wow,
wha-
off by 1. Didn't go turn 1 terror. Cool. Gongoozles the Fracas. Cool. Gets to discard the Neurosiphon, controls the weak into I don't know, not Sanctum. It doesn't matter. The sigil's out.
You might actually just say Sanctum here.
Right.
Yeah.
Leave him with the one creature. Make him hold on to cards in his hand again.
Yeah.
You have a leading board position already, and you're almost getting a free turn.
For a second there, I forgot that. I just really like the bullet eye. It's like, all right, I just want to use bullet eye every single turn. Protect the bullet eye. I forgot I had elusive for a minute. I was obviously on the reverse side of that. I'd be like, kill the bullet eye as quickly as possible, but you can't do that with just one Sanctum
So
creature.
Joe drew his Gateway to Dis, which I have a feeling he might
just
actually
do
end up
poverty.
discarding it.
Poverty.
He has another-
So, yeah, he must have
As it
controlled the
stands.
weekend.
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
another control the weak, exactly. So this allows him to steal an amber with the Pit Demon, reap with the Terror twice. I didn't see if he drew any other Dis cards.
He trades for Pit Demon here.
And if he calls Sanctum again
Oh, he's
last turn, we'll draw 1 card, 2 cards.
All right. Discards Gateway, like you said. Controls the weak back into Sanctum.
We're assuming.
Yeah.
And then he reaps and reaps with
Goes
the
up to
Terrors.
5.
And he's drawing 2 cards. He's really hoping to draw a Control the Weak. Why did he...
I think he was.
Okay,
I think
he
he
was only
sandbagged
5.
the Cleansing Wave, maybe, and just played it on his required Sanctum turn. I'm not sure if that's what he did, but that feels like the way the cards came out. Wild Wormhole goes up to 6.
Did he just take another amber?
He went up to 6 off the
Oh,
Wild
yeah,
Wormhole.
thank you. Right, because
Titan
obviously...
Mechanic. This is one of the things I'd be scared of off a Wild Wormhole. Accidentally playing Titan Mechanic when my opponent was at 5 off of, and not having another creature to follow it up with.
So Joe makes his board position that much greater so he can call any house, still be able to have actions on the board, plus what's in his hand.
It's great.
And he's up against what Kirk has is an empty board.
That's tough. He lost 2 whole turns pretty much to the Control the Weeks already. And he's trying to rebuild quickly with... Keys now cost 4.
That's
Okay.
not
No,
bad.
no, yeah. Luckily, Miasma came in. No
Right.
key. And Kirk is just really trying to cycle right now. He needs to find anything and everything to take care of both a board and a player that is constantly going to be generating amber.
Well, Bullet Eye's going to do the trick here to get rid of one of them.
I mean, I think that's the point of Control the Weak. You're supposed to hate Control the Weak. That's why you put as many as you can in your deck.
Next level thinking, do we hate Control the Weak because we are the weak?
Maybe.
We are the weak.
Well, we are at the
If they were
desk.
controlling us, they
because
would make us love it.
Yeah, because I am not a fan of Control the Weak either.
Nah, Control the Weak's just fine. Just fine.
Let's see. So, what's he got? He's got a phase shift of his own, or Joe has a phase shift of his own, and a skeleton key. And that's all I feel comfortable going for.
That looks like cards, yeah.
I can make some very uneducated guesses.
We've done plenty of those today.
You're welcome. Yeah. All right.
So we're babbling, draw a card.
He's got Quixo to also draw a card with.
So, okay. Is
Trade
the
Titan
market?
Mechanics gets key cost up to 6 again.
Ah, man. Interesting idea. I'm not sure. So we have, is there
They're
5?
both at 6, so he will still
Yeah, okay, so 6.
Yeah, Kirk will still forge.
I guess you would have to do it since Kirk is going to get to forge before you do.
Yeah.
I would say that's a good move, unless he has something in his hand that he can actually phase shift with. That could somehow take care of a Titan mechanic.
He could
Did phase shift.
Poltergeist to hit his. Oh.
Spectral Tunneler, okay.
Okay.
So that means he's reaping with Quixo.
Draws another card. Whispers is not gonna do anything. Now he's out of the phase shift.
I wonder.
So yeah,
Yeah,
just
this is
trade.
Yeah, there's a reason he
You think
waited
that's-
for that Titan
that's-
mechanic last. He wants to see if he could draw into something that would take care of it first.
Sure.
And yeah, you're just going to have to do it there.
He's now ahead on Amber, so if he can hold it, which I know is a big ask in these decks, plays another Titan mechanic. Okay.
Why not?
Well,
Sure.
If you
he
got
doesn't
one,
mind
play
if
it.
it's one less, but the 2 less was kind of a big deal.
Yeah. He's definitely
was
wasn't
thinking if
going to
he
get
could
the
just
forge
reap
for 2
up
less.
to
If his
8 or
opponent
9.
if Kirk kept his Titan mechanic, he was definitely going to cover it up the next turn.
For sure. Or you would assume so.
Yeah.
Or Joe could have played another type mechanic to make key cost at 3 on the other flank.
And that's the last thing you want to do, especially against
That's
Kirk's
what I'm
deck,
trying to
because you
say.
know he's a faster deck. Remember that pile of Amber he had on that Archon card? Last thing we want to do is let
people
him
just
forge
want to
for
go home.
3.
We got flights to catch, just Titan mechanics.
Yeah.
Pretend there's Titan
Well,
mechanics.
no, but if Joe had 9 amber and keys cost 3, check for game. Just be like, that's it, man. What you got? You got 3 turns and I win.
All right. Let's see. So that's a routine job. Plus a nerve blast. On to, I guess, Titan mechanic.
Yeah,
Sure.
you don't go for the... I mean, you want to do Bullet Eye. That's like your natural instinct. But he's more worried about, once again, with Joe's leading command, he needs to get these things that are making keys cheaper or generating the Amber off. And look, he had the Relentless Whispers anyway.
Oh, cool.
All right, so he generated a decent amount of Amber there, takes Joe off a key.
Joe forges for 5.
Oh,
And
well, why does it keep looking like... Okay, he did have 5. I'm sorry, I thought he had 4.
no worries.
Oh, I thought Joe had like way more amber than that.
Well,
He
there was
stole
the
a bunch.
stealing and stuff.
Oh,
Here comes
okay,
the bait
yeah,
and
yeah.
switch, stealing 2.
Okay.
And then
Imperial Trader. As I said, I think this is going to be a really big card here.
it's a
What
big
is
gonna be a
Imperial
mystery to
Trader?
us. It's a look at your opponent's hand and purge
Ooh.
a sanctum creature.
It's any Sanctum card. It's
Ooh.
better than that.
Any Sanctum
That's why I was saying it
card.
was going to be really
Interesting.
huge.
That card can just totally fizzle though if your opponent's just not playing.
Well, yeah.
Sanctum.
But
But it
you
comes
still
with
get
one
an
Amber.
Amber.
You still gonna amber? Okay, I'll
You
take
still get
it.
to look at their hand.
You still get to look at
So-
their hand. I undervalue looking at people's
So,
hands.
so
That's
something
true.
I've been talking about lately, and I love this
Fortress
idea
Work
now.
is a fantastic target.
These cards like Imperial Trader and like the Common Cold, it's
Right.
so funny to think that we're going to have a whole bunch of new players coming in with Worlds Collide,
Right.
and I can't do anything with those cards because Mars and Sanctum are no longer in Worlds Collide. I don't have a big board wipe now with my Common Cold. I'm a little bit sad because some of my favorite decks actually have the Common Cold in it. Two of them,
yeah.
for some reason, have it.
Huh. I mean, if it works, it works.
I've seen some cool stuff with the common cold and I want to say Darna. That's fun. Or yeah, that got me once or twice online.
Yeah.
Not expecting those kind of things.
So Joe is still trying to make a decision on what Sanctum card he wants to get out of Kirk's hand, which, as you guys can see, he has so many great options. Look at that glare.
Look at all of that yellow.
It's all so bright
Sanctum.
in Justice and Sanctimonious.
Is that a
right?
blinding
It's
light I see?
And he gets rid of the Spirit's Way.
Okay.
It is purged, so it's going under the
for
Archon
days.
card. Dropping down that skeleton key. And a Mac the Knife. Relentless Whispers, let's get rid of Naughty. Let's take an Amber.
Other options include.
Oh,
Vault
that is
Keeper.
sick. Another Relentless Whispers.
Ouch. Ouch.
I
That's a
guess
lot
we
of
can
amber.
see.
Okay,
here.
so he probably didn't mind leaving the Vault Keeper. He knew he was unloading a pile of steel that's in his deck. And I have a feeling that's why you saw him pick up his Archon card. He started examining it. He's like, okay, how much steel do I have left in my deck? Is the
Right.
Vault Keeper even going to do anything against me? So a Virtuous Works for 3 Amber. There's that Vault Keeper we've been talking about.
Oh,
Ezekiel comes
he
down.
could have purged the Virtuous Works.
Yeah.
All for one gaming. They were there. You didn't even know, but you knew.
Oh, he knew.
He's on top of it.
He's paying more attention than me?
No.
That's
He's
not
actually
hard to do.
here live watching it while also watching it. So
Tracking
he's
on his
standing
phone.
behind Kirk,
Chatting on his phone.
and he's also watching us because we are that good. We are worth watching.
He's got his headphones in.
Feel like that's cheating. I'm just saying.
And this Titan mechanic, how many keys? There's been like 3 keys forged off of Titan mechanics this
I'm
game.
impressed.
It's been pretty gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Joe forged the second key.
Neurosiphon draws a card.
As well as the steel.
Yep.
Big fan of Neurosiphon.
You can do it, man.
But Kirk's gonna forge now.
Oh, could you imagine him get away to dis?
Ooh.
I almost jinxed him.
Right?
I saw the discard.
You're not a jinx. You break jinxes, right?
I do.
You're gonna do it again?
Yeah, I'm gonna make the player on the left win now.
Oh, okay.
There
Yeah,
you
because
go, yeah.
the trend now was the player on the right.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Twin Bolt comes down, only deals 1 damage to each of the armored up Sanctum creatures. Mac the Knife deals an extra point of damage.
Just for fun.
Well,
I guess-
taking off, getting Amber.
Okay. I didn't realize how much damage was on there. Plays the Strange Gizmo, comes out.
See, and this is what I'm telling you. Like, it doesn't matter
Ooh,
about Strange
bouncing
Gizmo,
Deathward.
but plus, I mean, get the Amber. He's already on 2 keys. This is
Oh, that's it.
that is
Game.
it.
That's game. All right. I guess Joe
I
wins.
think Joe won.
Thank you for watching the Las Vegas Vault Tour, and thank you to everyone who stuck around for the whole event. On top of that, I'd like to thank Kirk for his excellent showing, and congratulations to him on his 2nd place finish. I would also like to once again give a big thanks to our special guest commentator, Jean-Claude. Forget about hitting those like and subscribe buttons over here. Go to his channel right now, right now, for some true 5-star content. Speaking of like and subscribe buttons, I really didn't get a chance to thank everyone who watched the live stream. We got a ton of followers, we got a ton of views, and it was because of that I actually was able to get to affiliate, and now I have a subscribe button on my Twitch channel, and it really means a lot to me, and I just really want to thank everyone who was there for the event, and I'm so sorry I didn't have alerts up and all that jazz that's normally on Twitch streams, and I just really appreciate everyone who came and followed and commented and like just hang out with me on Twitch. Anyways, thank you so much. It means a really lot to me. And I really hope to see all of you at the first California Vault Tour, which just got announced today when I was recording this. It's going to be happening in March of 2020 up in the San Francisco Bay Area in like Oaklandish. So once again, I hope I get to see you guys all out there. And thank you and good night.